first of all, if you consider that you need to put a project into the Git, what you will do, you will just change your directory to that folder. Okay, whatever it is, you will just put this command, git init. What it will does, it will create its personal hidden document. Don't even dare to touch it because it consists of the entire history of your project. Then what happens, you will just fire another command, that would be git status. What it exactly does, it shows you how many files are untracked. Now what exactly untracked means is the files which currently Git doesn't knows about. Okay. Second is the files those are staged. These are the files which are partially known by the Git, but still they are not permanently stored. And third is, it is not actually, it shows a clean directory, so there is no third part actually. So this happens, initially your complete project would be shown in a red color format, which indicates that nothing is about, Git knows nothing about any of those files. What you need to do in that case is you just fire other command, that is git space dot. What it does, it will completely stage the current directory recursively. So after that, if you just do a git status again, all the files would be denoted into a green color. That means the files are staged. And what exactly staging? Okay. Can you tell me some of the advantages of using this intermediate area called as staging? You know, when we deploy a project, we just I don't know exactly how many of them follow this idea. We do a checklist. Is login working? Is forget password working? Is my accounts working? Okay. If these basic things are working, my project is okay. So this is something what staging does. It asks you, okay, are you sure with this? Whatever you have added to stage, are you sure you want to store it in the history? And this is the area where you can make sure that, okay, accidentally I've added, I had to develop 2 features, and due to some issues, I was just able to develop one feature and other was partial. It was not completed yet. And accidentally I did this. Whatever goes into this staging area, once you just do this command, it is completely stored into history. And on top of it, if some other developers just clone this, he would be getting the partial changes. He would not be getting the complete features which was expected. This is a problem. So what you can do in this, you can just filter out the things you don't need. It may be case that, like say, there was a module, user module. We had 3 sub-modules called add, edit, and list. Okay. Now you are done with add, you are done with listing, but the edit feature is still pending. What you will do? You need to commit it, because my colleague Sagar is demanding it, and he is asking kadi will mala paise. So in that condition, what you can do is, I will just add the files which are related to add feature and listing feature. I will just ignore the edit feature files. What will happen? He will get what he needs, and I will be still working on the pending feature. This is one of the best features available in the Git. And once this is done, we just finally execute a command called git commit. What it does, it will take all the files in the staging area. It will finally record it into the repository with a message when you will have to compulsory tell the program that what exactly changes were done with this file. It is not just like a daily backup. Zip it, name the folder with the current date and done. You need to record each and every point of that file. If I am developing, let's say if I am committing a change, having 2 features like user add and user listing, I will just mention that, okay, I have implemented user add feature, I have implemented user delete feature, or I have implemented user listing feature. I will just commit it. So later at any point of time, I will know that, okay, what exactly Nitish has done today. I will just check into the commit history. I will get to know what the work was done by me. Okay, so this is actual use of the git command. So basically what we have is git commit, git init. Most of the time what you will be doing is just add it, commit it, add it, commit it, add it, commit it, add it, commit it. And at the end of the day, you will be just doing